Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off some more plunder that I have acquired here recently. It's a dark and gloomy rainy day here. Got me a cup of coffee all fixed in one of my new Star Wars mugs. So, figured I would go ahead and do a quick little update for you. And one of the things, I hope you can see this, that I got is real cool. It's this bracelet that looks like Chewbacca's bandolier. I got this at a store in the mall that I usually go to called Think Geek. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before, but basically if you're a geek like me that is into stuff like Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, anime, you know, sci-fi, any of that shit, this place would be like heaven for you because they have all kinds of cool stuff, all kinds of merchandise, action figures, statues. I mean, just stuff that, I mean, they actually have a fucking Stormtrooper helmet. I mean, it's like $180, but it's an actual full-on Stormtrooper helmet, complete with mic set. It's just really fucking cool. Also, don't know if you can hear it in the background. I'm listening to the reissue here of Infinite Annihilators, The Palpable Leprosy of Pollution. Some really sick, brutal deathcore. Okay. Now I'm actually going to start off with a couple of vinyl. I came home here recently, and I had a package, and I could not remember what the hell it was because I thought to myself, I was like, I was thinking it was my Dark Descent order, but that was like I think the day before. This came like the day before that actually showed up, and it said it was from Hell's Headbangers, and I'm like, what the hell did I order from Hell's Headbangers? Because I couldn't remember. I know I didn't place an order, but I couldn't remember if I pre-ordered anything. And I finally opened it up, and it was this. The third pressing of the Archgoat Satanic War Master split. And yeah, I originally wasn't going to go ahead and get this third press. And as you can see, the difference between this one is that all the logos are in silver. And it's kind of got a silver motif to it. And then the vinyl itself is also silver, which that was cool. And I thought, well, that would be, kind of cool to have. But I've already got, the purple edition. But, I didn't get the purple vinyl. I have the standard black. And I have the Oxblood red vinyl. So I was like, okay, I'm probably not going to worry about getting a third copy of this, but as you can see, I did, and there was actually a really good reason that I did, and that is this edition. If I can get it the right way up. Came with a flag of the artwork. Hopefully you can see all that. So, as soon as I saw that it came with a flag, I was like, okay, I guess I will have to invest in a third edition. So, yeah, that was a real cool surprise. It's one of the only times I have ever, actually, I think it's the first time I've ever come home to a package and not remembered what the hell I ordered. And the next vinyl is one that I was super excited to hear was coming out. And I've been anxiously awaiting. This was actually supposed to be out, I believe, in December of last year. And for whatever reason, it kept getting delayed, and finally they put up the pre-orders, and I nabbed it. And to see it in my hands is, yeah, very exciting. And this is my 2016 album of the year, Sojourner, Empires of Ash. If you are a fan of atmospheric black metal and you do not own this, then you are seriously missing out. Gorgeous artwork, which all this artwork here is actually from the editions of the CD, because it came out on standard digipack with some artwork. Then they did an A5, which had some newer artwork added, and they've actually just released a third pressing that has even more artwork in it, and that is considered the definitive edition. So if I am correct, the artwork that you see in here is all the artwork from all the releases. So this is like the definitive edition as well on vinyl. And of course, I had to get the limited variant, which came on, if I can find the opening here, beer colored vinyl. Very nice center labels. Haven't had a chance to spin this just yet, but hopefully before long I'll get that opportunity. But yeah, this is just, like I said, this was my album of the year for last year, with good reason, because it is seriously some amazing atmospheric black metal. And it was kind of shocking because Hell's Headbangers kind of threw in a little extra for me. Let me get these off the table here. And they threw in a pretty cool Karakangren patch, so that was cool. Alright, moving along. I actually have a tape to show, and this is a band, another project of Vanessa Nocera, Billy Nocera, and the team over at Razorback Records. And another label, a French label, I believe, put out just I think it was a 3-song demo, but I wasn't able to get that. But they did reissue it with a couple extras on it. But this is a Vault Wraith, and I don't know if you can see that because it's kind of a dark cover there. And this is just, you know, dungeony death metal. This is the Undead Warlock promo tape, 2017. Black tape. Real simple J card there, nothing fancy, nothing on the back side. But yeah, this has got yeah, tracks 1 and 2 from the split EP with Nun Slaughter, and 3 to 5 are the Wrath of the Wraith demo. So really glad to have this. I really wanted to get the 7-inch, but I haven't been able to get that just yet. And then while I was ordering this, I saw a CD they had for $5 on the same page, and it was a band that I heard the name, but I never heard them before. But I thought for $5 I'll take a shot, because Razorback puts out some really good shit. This is Orloff with Apparitions Among the Graveyard Skies. And I've only given this one initial listen. Pretty cool death metal. Very kind of old school horror inspired. Ugh, sorry, my hand's going to sleep here. Alright, next little stack all came from Half Price Books. And that's the place that there's times you go in there and you find some cool shit, and a lot of times you go in there, you can't find a damn thing. This was one of those times I actually found some pretty cool stuff. Got a couple more here for the Grateful Dead collection. This is the self-titled. And I know a lot of these, if not all of them, have been reissued in digipacks and stuff. I would much rather get an original jewel case if I possibly can. Then we also got From the Mars Hotel, which I believe the only song on here that I've actually heard is Ship of Fools. Yeah, I think that's the only one I've actually heard off of this album. And then this one, I actually already have this album, but not this version. So when I saw it in there, I said, oh, I want to get that because it comes with a bonus DVD. But this is The Devil Wears Prada with Roots Above and Branches Below. And as you can see, it comes in a little slip case. Now, as I said, it came with a bonus DVD, which I checked out last night. And it's a, excuse me, a making of documentary. Just a real short one. Shows, you know, them kind of recording different things and kind of talking about the album and then kind of goofing around. And I was really shocked to find out it was actually recorded here in Indiana. It was actually recorded in Connorsville, which I'm not real sure where that is compared to me, but it was kind of cool to find out they recorded it in Indiana. The next couple are from the same band. It's one that people have told me in the past that I ought to check out and have, you know, kind of talked a lot about. But I don't know, I'd always held off on it because I'd never really heard anything. And then when I saw these two in there for really cheap, I thought, you know what, fuck it. This is A Life Once Lost with Hunter. And this here is a 2-disc digipack. Comes with a bonus DVD, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 videos on it. Haven't had a chance to check out the DVD, but I've listened to a little bit of this, and it's actually really good. And then I also got, looks like their lone EP, which is A Life Once Lost, The Fourth Plague Flies. Ugh. And the last one I got, I was really surprised by this because I'd never heard of this. And this is Deceased, Death Metal from the Grave. Now, the back of this is blank, but what this is actually a little sleeve. And I actually looked this up, because like I said, I'd never heard of this. And this was put out through Last World in cooperation with Relapse Records, and this is limited to 1,000 copies. And I got number 739. I don't know if you can see it because it was written in pen. But essentially what this is just a compilation of 3 of their demos, as well as some live tracks. And I looked it up on Discogs, and I also just checked eBay to see what this is going for. And I paid $6 for this, and it goes from anywhere from $34 all the way up to $70+. So, say I got a hell of a deal there. Moving on, next stat comes from FYE, and first 3 are actually going to be used. And I don't know if it was just a deal they were having that day, or if this is like their normal deal or whatever. But it was you buy 3 used items. The third one, you know, basically the cheapest one is $1. And I saw this in there, and I know it's kind of iffy. I remember listening to a couple tracks when it came out, but I thought, you know, I want to hear the whole thing, be a little something different. This is Nocturnal Poisoning with Doomgrass. And if you don't know, this is basically Scott Connors from Zaster's project that he started right after. He basically disbanded Zaster, which now he's disbanded this this project, and taken back the Zaster name, though he is still making the same style of music. I've listened to a little bit of it. It's definitely different. I don't know. It's going to take a little while to get into it, I think. And next one, you know, again, another shout out to my buddy Ryan, Super Metal 1993. This guy is really, in the last little while, kind of changed my thoughts and my taste in modern metalcore and post-hardcore, whatever you want to call it. And he's gotten me into several bands recently that I never in my life would have thought I would own stuff from, and I've even said so in the past to different people. But I saw this used and I had to pick it up. And that is the debut from Of Mice and Men, self-titled. Really good stuff. I only need a couple more, and I actually have all. Actually, I think I only need like one more or just a couple more, and I'll have all of their stuff. And the last used one is the one that I got for $1. And I always said I would never check out any more of their stuff past the debut. But after I picked up their latest one, and I really got into it, I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go back and check it out. And when I got this for $1, I couldn't beat it. This is Desensitized by Drowning Pool. Plus, I mean, come on. How can you not like that cover? And I listened to a bit of this. It's actually pretty good. I mean, the debut, I think, is still going to always be my favorite, unless some of the others happen to change my mind. But for $1, I can't complain. Next up, the new Oceano Revelation. Oh my god, such a crushing release. I've spun this about 4 times maybe. And the only complaint I have is this shitty ass packaging, which as you can see, I have already taken disc and put it in a little sleeve so I can keep it semi-safe. So packaging issues behind. This is seriously an amazing album for me. Definitely check this out if you're wanting to get into Oceano. I would definitely recommend it. Next up is a band that when I first heard their name, I never wanted to check them out because I thought the name was kind of silly, and I was like, yeah, I got no desire. But then when I went to go see the Metal Blade tour a few months back, these guys were the very first opening act, and they totally blew me away with how good they were. And if I hadn't already spent all my money, I would have went to their booth and picked this up and maybe a shirt. But I finally got around to getting the album anyway. This is Necromancing the Stone with Jewel of the Vial. yeah, these guys are just kind of a interesting take on kind of traditional metal, I guess you can say. I mean, it's just, you just have to hear them, but really fucking solid. Really glad I finally picked that up. Next, we got the new While She Sleeps, You Are We. And I've given this a couple listens since I got it, and definitely liking it a lot more than Brainwashed. Brainwashed, for some reason, to me, was just kind of meh. But this new one is really fucking good. Next up is another band that Ryan got me into. This is I Prevail with Lifelines. And I can remember trying these guys out several times in the past. And it's like every time I got, you know, I listened to the single, I don't know, it just kind of, something about it was just like, eh. But he convinced me to check them out again. And I went on their Bandcamp page and I listened to this album probably 3 times. And I was like, okay, I've got to pick it up. Alright, the last one is a real gem in my collection, especially in my Catatonia collection. And I have to give thanks to my buddy Emilio Crespo, because he's the one that convinced me to pull the trigger on this. And really glad that I did. This is the Sounds of Decay EP from Catatonia. Really, really fucking good. This came out right around the time of Brave Murder Day, so Michael Ackerfeld from Opeth is on vocals on this. And yeah, for being 20 years old, it still holds up, and the digipack is actually in really good shape, except for one little area here on the back. I don't know if you can see it, where whoever worked at the store that this seller ended up buying this from put a price sticker here, and it left a nice little ring and residue on the back. But other than that, this is in really good shape, and I'm very pleased to own it. So yeah, I'm going to end this now. I've got several things I'm waiting for in the mail. This coming Saturday is actually my birthday, so I'm going to be doing some shopping and picking up some stuff there. And yeah, so my phone is about to run out of time here, so thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and until next time, stay brutal.